Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna bring you a little introduction from my orphanage experience. Hopefully this will be quick, since I did a thorough take. So, today I'm gonna just go through my journey that is in the orphanage. Timeline, time frame. So, let's get to it. I was 0 years old when I first born, probably 1 month or 2 months. Don't know exactly how I was quote unquote dropped off or what decision that my parent was making to just let me go. I don't really know what the thought process of that, but I don't know. But anyway, well, that's a journey to look back to say what kind of parent is it. But at the same time, you have to think, if it wasn't for them make that decision, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't make the decision, make the mistake I make today. I wouldn't be even in America probably, unless my parents are a millionaire. Because I feel like they could potentially be a millionaire. Because I feel like I had the financial mentality as a kid. So I might get a DNA from one of these two people. Also, another guessing is I know I'm Asian because I've done the DNA test, but never actually find my parent, which is okay. Another thing was I'm a very driven person, knowing that what I want to accomplish in life, I really think that have to do with one of my parents' DNA. So now think about, it's kind of interesting, but I really didn't want to find out my parent just because I don't really know how to speak Chinese very well anymore. So even if I did find it, then I can disown them quick, because if you don't give a shit about me, why should I give a rip about you? Oh, excuse my language, it just happens to spill it out. But anyway, as you can see, that's that. I would never be resentful or angry, but I'd be interested to see what will my parent do if I find them. And I know a lot of people out there, probably if you're an orphan, you're a foster care, you're an adopted category, you probably one time in your life probably thinking about looking for your parent. Well, to me, I really don't care, because if it wasn't for them to drop me off, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But not to say that a lot of people have that ability to think like that, or have the ability to, have the same circumstance as me. Some people in the street, they could have died, they could have been homeless, they could have been a million pieces. They would have happily to find their parent. And so that's what another thing is. Everybody has different perspective when it's come to their parent leaving them and just drop them off in the orphanage for whatever reason, which is I'd rather not find out. But I'm very happy to say that throughout the year living in an orphanage, I'm very blessed. I've very had the opportunity to be able to serve, to be able to learn, to be able to grow, to be able to be naughty. And that's my big thing. And many of my childhood, I am a hands-on person, and I'm really just hands-on person that like to tinker around, jam up the plug up a lock, or discover new things. As a childhood, I like to screwing around, have nothing to fear. In China, it's really interesting how many things you can get into, but that's just child, that's just kids. Every kid's like to explore, so for that, I'm not stranger to that. So, now, I really like the opportunity when I grown up as a 2003, I was be able to become a famous, in a way, as an orphanage because I go out and perform. And I like that a lot. I like the tension. I like to be able to perform. I like to be the odd center of the tension. That's not many people can say that. So I sing from 2003 to 2010. Those are the time that I performed in the orphanage quite a bit. I enjoyed every second of it. Once I go to when I grown up, become a school age, and age 7, you're going to first grade, and sure enough, I went to school for the blind. Why did I go to the school for the blind? Because I'm blind. So you would think it's perfect for me. But I did not find school very interested. So I got kicked out after 2 years going there. Done multiple bad things and done multiple undesired things. So I got kicked out. And then I went to the school for mental learning disability. I went there from the 3rd grade to all the way to the 6th grade or 7th grade. But did not learn a thing over there as well. Because I prefer hands-on. I prefer to learn about machine. I prefer to learn about technology. I prefer to mess around with a projector when I'm supposed to learn something else. And those are the things that's kind of hands-on, curiosity, and to be quite often say, that's who I am. That's who God made who I am today. A little curious kids want to learn about different things other than what they're supposed to be learning in schools. And from, after 7th grade, I was adopted because I was last year I was in China at 14 and you transition. And I got pushed back a grade, which is when I come to America, I redid a 7th grade. You might wonder, why should I do that? Well, because mentally slow education, it's really slow. Just for example, in 7th grade, I was still learning plus and minus in math class. And for that, I said, I'm still not good at math, but I can do subtract and plus in 7th grade. And that's about it I'm good for. English, or okay, you guys wouldn't say English, you guys call it reading class. Okay, perfect. Reading class, it would be it's equivalent of 3rd grade in America. Least to say that I did not have reading skill. I didn't learn a thing. I screwed around a lot in school. But once I came to America, it's interesting. The first year is learning about language. It is tough. It is really, really tough, to say the least. Because either you in the math class sleep through it, which I did that. In English class, browsing through Amazon, I done that. Whether it's illegal or not, that's to be debatable, but they didn't block it, so I done that. The only thing I didn't do, at least in middle school, I wasn't able to watch YouTube because they blocked that. Which is, I figure a way around that by using a VPN. And once they figured out the VPN thing, they blocked that. And be honest, I was the one that quite interestingly figured out what is VPN and start messing around with it. And guess what? I cracked the system. And once I figured out the VPN, I used a VPN, bypassed the firewall. And I went on YouTube. And rest of is history. In 8th grade, it's another year that I partially participated in science class. But the thing is, maybe 7th grade and 8th grade, I participated in science because the teacher actually cared. She didn't just let you sit through the class and watch you sleep and play on your iPad. So, for that, I would say I participated in 7th grade for science, 8th grade in science, and a little bit history that I participated maybe as well. But I didn't like my 8th grade history teacher. I did that. But that's in America. And once I hit 9th grade, let's go to the high school level. High school level, pretty much, if I can think back, is I was on the iPad majority of the day. And, track it back. Speaking of 7th grade, I do have a special ed class every day. But that's probably the most I got out of it. The school is special ed class. It's one-on-one teaching. It's one-on-one teacher, paying attention and, but that's what made the most impact. That's the most reason I go to school is go socialize and special ed class. Many of you guys call Independent Education Plan, IEP, as you know. But I had that throughout my school because apparently I can't learn. Clearly, I can't learn. I can't, still read. But anyway, I have IEP throughout 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way graduate. But really, when it's come to 9th grade, I kind of start learning English. I kind of force myself start writing a little bit English. Just still on the computer and doing whatever I want because at the time, I really don't have better thing to do to watch YouTube video. And that, not to be say that I did that at home too, watching YouTube video, and I'm very interested in finance. I'm really interested in financial and literacy, or, when it's come to money, you bet I'll open my ears wide open. And so for that, I'm really interested. And then in 10th grade, and 11th grade, and 12th grade, that's when actually education start become rolling in. But I think the first one is math class. 10th grade math class, it was, that's how I started learning. I think it's the teacher that kind of don't let you slack around. That's when the teacher that cares about you. And that's where I learned, because even I try all my excuse. I'm disability. I can't see. You know what? Stop BS around. Let's get to it. And those are the teachers that, deserve the credit, because they could have just left you behind and say, you're a worthless piece turd and move on. But they didn't, And that's the teacher that you kind of look back, you had to turn around and say, thank you. But also in my high school year, I really enjoy, special mention is to be happily part of the choir class, and our district called Madrigal. Madrigal choir means we're in a group of people that's pre-selected, and it's not very easy to get into it, but those are the teacher that cares about you. And be quite honestly, I didn't want to mention name, but he was awesome teacher, because with his level of patience, I don't know how he got it from, but he teach us, or teach me especially. I really just admire that a level of patience, level of understanding, level of be able to communicate with the kids and be able to talk to through their heart. And at heart, he has kids. He likes kids. He wants everything best for the kids. And I'm not saying other teachers don't, but he demonstrated that to me specifically. So I really enjoyed that and really had a long-lasting relationship with that. So, but it's hard to find a good teacher. Once you find it, do anything and everything to keep them or praise them. And, but again, I moved to different city when I'm 12th grade. At 12th grade, I found my IEP teacher, and that's probably, for me, I went to a bigger city, a city that's called Columbus, Ohio, and I went there and I eased as social study for some reason, because social study have something to do with finance, and I eased the test. I passed the graduation test for the history class, but that's about the class. I only passed that class I remember. I don't think I passed any other class, at least as far as I know. Rest of it, because I have IEP, that's why I feel like I didn't earn my certificate of graduation. But to say the least, that I did earn it because I was attend school. I tried my best. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in high school. So, for me to say that I didn't earn my high school is kind of 50-50. I earn it in perspective. I go there every day. I put my time in and try my best to learn it. I go there to have a good attitude, to just enjoy every day I go there. I earned the high school diploma because I worked my butt off, and not much, but I tried. But for that, a famous word to say is, all you can do is try. Whether you fail or not, you can get up and try it again. And what I did. I did not quit in the middle of the semester. I could not show up at all. But because my very nice adopted parent would not take no for answer, that's another reason why I never failed high school. I pushed all the way through. And another reason that I had to say is because I pushed away high school and school, and to be where I'm at today, because the people that believed in me, believed that I will have success, believed me that I will be doing something great even if I can't read or I can't see, or my brain is not as fast as the people around me. But those are the people that in life you should hang around with it, because those are the people that always will push you to the next level, to the success that you will never see. So, graduate in high school, I got a job at Kroger, worked there for 5 years, and still work there. And at first couple of years, I enjoyed it, and I still enjoyed it. It's just that I want something different. And so, career might change, but that's basically my life story from the journey, from the beginning to today of January 2022 and January 1st. So I thought you guys would like to know. I think that's really interesting, and I need to be always humble, walk humbly. There is a verse called Micah 6:8. We walk humble before the Lord. So, but don't correct me. You always read your own Bible, and I probably did not remember it. But throughout the year, I learned a lot of Bible verse, but yeah. But I'm not a Bible reader. I'm listening to it, but don't count on me listening to it every day because it's hard work. If it's hard work, people automatically quit, and I'm not not assumption to that. I'm, probably in that boat as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to like, comment. If you have any suggestion, what should I do next video? Leave it down in the comment, because this channel, it's sponsored by you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.